Hi guys, just a quick one. We were very excited whilst recording the podcast that we didn't realize that my microphone had some issues. So you probably noticed that my voice is not as clear as the other two, but it shouldn't be too bad. So I hope you enjoyed this show and it will go back to normal from the next episode. Thank you.
The following podcast may contain spoilers.
Hello and welcome to They Made Me Watch It, a weekly podcast where we dissect a show that one of us has never watched. This is season 2, and following the MCU theme, we will be reviewing The Falcon and the Winter Soldier as it comes out. I'm Yari, and I'm joined by Max.
Hello.
And Adrian.
Hi.
If you want to reach out to us, we do have an email address, which is theymademewatch@gmail.com, or you can find us on Twitter at theymademewatch. We also have a Patreon, so if you like this show, you want to support us, you can head to patreon.com/theymademewatchit, and you can also support the show for free by sharing it with your friends and leaving us a 5-star review on Apple Podcast. Welcome back, guys.
Hey.
Here we are.
Great to be here.
A brand new season. There's no rest for the wicked, you know. That's
Great
why
to
we're
see
back.
you both.
Yeah.
I've missed you.
And I have missed you this 1 week difference. This is all for content, guys. This is all for you, all you listeners, you know. So we will not
poor
let you down.
Adrian's going to have to keep watching Marvel stuff forever.
For the rest of my life.
Yeah.
The good news is
Every
what's
week.
happened.
Sorry,
What that's done is actually made me really appreciate when I don't watch Marvel things, and they seem amazing. All these shitty films that probably I've been watching seem great because it's not Marvel stuff. There's no fight scenes.
Adrian, because we are not going back to do that segment, what we watched this week. So if anyone's listened that long and they know about
as much as I try.
I watched something yesterday, but you know I'm not going to talk about it. So
Yeah, me too. I watched a very long thing last night.
Yeah, did you watch it all?
Yes, finished at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
Well,
Anyway.
keep it to yourself.
Yeah. Find out maybe in next week or the week after. That'll keep them listening.
So yeah, this is season 2. We'll be reviewing The Falcon and Winter Soldier, and because of timing, for people that are listening, yesterday the Spider-Man Far From Home episode came out, so it's overlapping for a couple of weeks with the end of season 1 and the beginning of season 2.
We're spoiling you, everyone. We're spoiling everyone.
Yeah.
So they can't get enough.
But yeah, I'm really curious to see what Adrian thought about the first episode of Falcon and Winter Soldier because, well, I have my idea, but Adrian, do you want to tell us what you think of it?
Well, I was going to say, this is the first time as well that we've all just watched something that none of us has watched before as well. So this is quite Adrian's on the same page as us.
Yeah,
the only difference is that he hasn't watched WandaVision, but that's for another day.
Do you need to have watched that?
No.
For this? Okay.
Well, not as yet. I mean, something might come up later, but we'll let you know, I'm sure.
Okay. So
or we might panic.
Think?
Sorry, we might panic and then make you watch it quickly in one night. But you know, sorry, go on, tell us, Adrian.
It was all right because I think it's being played out in 6 parts. It was a bit slower, and you got to see a bit more into these characters who may not have had a lot of screen time as some of the others.
Mm-hmm.
And I liked the characters during the MCU films, and it did cross over into the series. So it started good. Action was cool. Not so much ridiculous stuff going on, so that was good.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's left the door quite wide open for things to come.
It's a nice, easy start, I think, to the series. It's just like setting up exactly what's going to happen. Basically, that's all they did in this episode specifically.
Yeah.
And it was kind of like a behind the curtain of a superhero, like in a weird way,
discovering that they don't get paid.
Oh yeah, that's exactly that. Yeah, Tony Stark paid for everything. He literally did.
From what we've seen, do you guys think that Steve is dead, Captain America? Because they didn't say it.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think he must be, but but I can't imagine.
Well, because this is a few months after Endgame, they said, after the blip. So he was old there, but didn't look like he was dying.
No, he seemed pretty fine. He could hold that shield.
Yeah.
Still. I mean, then he's still at super soldier serum. But I think that, I mean, if he's still alive, Sam giving away that shield, he'll be straight back. Excuse me.
Also, can I say the rumor the Cap is on a base on the moon?
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was an Easter egg for the Avengers game, because Captain America is stuck on the moon on the game. Do you remember? Have you finished it? The game?
Oh no, I never finished. Oh no, he was. Yeah, I did. I've been on the moon. Yeah. That must be something to do with that.
Funny.
That makes sense. Yeah.
I haven't played the game, and I don't
plan to.
If he's not, no, I don't plan to. If he's not dead, he's just an old man living his life how he wants to.
Maybe he's old enough and he's forgotten he's Captain America. He was.
Maybe sitting in a nursing home.
Maybe, we don't know.
One thing that I wanted to mention is that, when you, Adrian, were like, Bucky had it worse than everyone else. He's been frozen. He's been mind controlled. La la la. And this is exactly how it played out. It's like it's got PTSD now.
He said something about how he's had 90 years of fighting, and the only calm he had was in Wakanda, and it makes you think, poor bloody guy, huh? Still, he's got to go to therapy. He's had 90 years. 90 years. Oof, that's a long time.
Oh, so when I realized that the old Chinese man that he was with as the father of that guy in the dream, I was like, oh man, he's trying to make amends.
So I was going to ask you what was going on with that. So
did you understand his list?
So Yuri's son. No, I didn't. So that Yuri's son was the guy he killed going
in the
after.
dream.
Yeah. Was that a real life killing that he did?
It's for his memories as a Winter Soldier when he was. So he didn't know he was doing it. It was when he was the Winter Soldier, basically.
Okay.
So the list was basically like people who either he'd killed or basically anything he wants to make amends for whilst he was Winter Soldier, basically. So, but on it was Helmut Zemo as well. Obviously, he should be popping up at some point soon. Obviously, you remember who that is, Adrian, first?
No.
So Civil War. The guy who.
That's why.
Yeah. Do you remember the guy who made him activated the Winter Soldier? Then they chased to, was it Russia? What was it? Yeah. Do you remember?
Okay.
Do you remember?
Yeah, that guy that made the Avengers fight.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, he remembers. So he was on the list. That probably brings us to our first Easter egg. Actually, if we're talking about the list. So on the list, there were some of the names on there. Obviously, there was one of them was it a Captain America writer? One of the writers from the comics was on there. I mean, I don't know what he's done. That's what he's done to him. But yeah, there was it's similar to Captain America's list as well, but not the same.
Well, his entrance was pretty cool. The Winter Soldier. I really liked that entrance. Came in, ripped a guy through the wall, killed a bunch of people.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was a dream at the beginning. I was like, wow, why does he have the suit back on? It's a Winter Soldier.
Well, I was thinking, I'm sure he's meant to have short hair now. What has he? That's what because of trailers and stuff. But then,
I had no idea.
Yeah, and I was. Well, I mean, as we're pretty sure from, is it Civil War? Where, no, not Civil War. It's Black Panther, where they say is it Black Panther? Which film is it where they say that all the bad's gone and he can't be activated anymore?
I don't know.
Actually, it would be Infinity War, I think, because it was when they came.
When they give him the new arm, yeah.
Yeah. So apparently he hasn't got it in. He can't be activated anymore. So now he's all about just trying to make everything right. So.
Yeah, the therapist told them, now you're free. You can be. Your mind is free and whatever. And it's like, yeah, but free to do what? Because he doesn't know what to do if it's not fighting.
What the public would still be seeing if they recognise him, you'd be scared. I wouldn't want to. If you recognise him, by his eyes.
He has to go around with his gloves when he's on a date. It's like, what do you have gloves? Have bad circulation.
Yeah, that was a bit much.
Oh, it's 2023, and After all that happened with Thanos and stuff, I'm sure people would be fine if you have a metal arm. It's no big deal.
Yeah, exactly. It's normal.
Half the world would have things going on.
Yeah. What do you think of the new Birdman suit? I think it's pretty cool.
I mean, I felt like Adrian's going to say look exactly the same. I felt like
I didn't know there was. I didn't know it was any different.
We had Red Wing as well, back again. We like Red Wing. So.
Yeah, Red Wing is the MVP. It's like R2D2 in Star Wars. It's just like.
Imagine if Red Wing was R2D2, just R2D2's on his back. It's just. I mean, like Falcon is kind of like an X-wing, so and Red Wing is R2D2. There you go.
And I had a question here for the canyon chase scene when they're flying through the canyons and stuff. How many helicopters did the bad guys have?
Oh, there's so many. And luckily, there was none left by the time they were on the ground celebrating. What if there was one more? That car. I mean,
he got rid of them all. And I was thinking actually during that scene, especially when his wings clip the side of the canyon.
Oh yeah.
That surely it would be
should have seen
better
it coming.
if he had worn, if that suit was not made, if it was made out of metal and you clipped the wall, you'd probably spin, right? You wouldn't just clip it once. So he needs the ends to be made out of some felt or a velvet.
What tassels?
Put some little
some frills on the side,
feathers on the end. That wouldn't have happened. He would have been fine. And I just thought, you know what? There's a design flaw in that. So I wonder if Tony Stark would have come up with that.
God rest his soul. I'm sure he would have.
And we saw also his family as well. His sister and his nephews.
Do you know a small fun fact? This is a spoiler as well. Sorry, guys. There's no more Max's fun facts at the moment, for the time being. But this is a fact either way. So the only reason his sister was introduced into the comics at all is just so they could reference Uncle Sam as a superhero. That's literally one of there might have been a few others, but she was in the comics just a few times deliberately, so there would be an Uncle Sam.
Who is Uncle Sam? Their uncle.
Oh yeah, so the kids called him Uncle Sam when he arrived.
Okay.
So that's originally why she was introduced in the comics.
Very important.
So meet the family.
So we saw that they're not doing great. They're trying to survive, and they can't get a loan.
Quite stupid reasons.
Yeah, well, I mean, that was dumb. Because I understand. Because imagine all these people coming back and they have no jobs and stuff, so they'll try and get loans. So I understand that, but it's Birdman. Come on.
You should get some interest in your bank. 5 years at least, a little bit.
Yeah. Depends
if they take the money out for your rent and that still. So.
Why do you guys think he didn't want to become Captain America? I mean, if Captain America gives you the shield and say you're the next Captain America, I don't think you can say no, can you?
Did that actually happen? I didn't even know that happened. So sorry, guys. I knew he had the shield. I didn't know that Captain America asked him to be Captain America.
So that first line, they showed it at the beginning of this as well, when he was like, "How does it feel?" And it's like it's someone else's. That's when he gave it to him. That's what he said.
Okay.
Yeah, and he gives it up already.
If this is your first time listening to this series, they made me watch it. It was named after Max and Yari making me watch MCU films which I'd never watched. So that's why I still come across like I have no idea.
He watched them, but he just erases them straight after he watches them, so he doesn't remember anything.
No, I talk about it first, and then I erase it. Like, send it to the trash, and then I empty it. Okay, so that's interesting. I didn't know that. He has his own thing going on being Birdman.
But in the comics, when he becomes Captain America, it becomes kind of a hybrid. So just like a Captain America with the shield and the wings.
So maybe that's what.
So he doesn't have to give it up.
I haven't seen any of the comics or read any of the comics either. So you're probably ahead. So that's what's going to happen by the end, right?
We should also mention, Joaquin Torres, the guy who was on the ground whilst he was doing the mission. Do you know who I'm talking about, Adrian?
I do.
Good.
I do, because he ended up gets his face kicked
That one, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
if Falcon, for instance, becomes Captain America, in the comics, Joaquin Torres becomes the new Falcon. So obviously we're allowed to say this because they always play tricks on us in these series. So whether that happens or not,
especially after WandaVision, I'm like, nah, I'm not speculating that much anymore because fuck them.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm not going to say, oh, Mephisto might turn up again. I mean, it's not happening, guys.
Well, except maybe it's happening this time.
Oh my god! Imagine if they do it now.
You never know.
Someone's really Mephisto.
I mean, this series was meant to come out first, and then WandaVision second. Then they swapped it for some reason. But it makes more sense because WandaVision literally happens like a couple of days after Endgame, and there's a few
that
months.
makes sense.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Well, at least.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, he doesn't want to be Captain America for some reason, but then at the end of the episode, we see that the government just makes a new Captain America, and he's looking at the TV like, shit. I bet he's regretting his choice now.
Yeah, I mean, he looked. Sorry, Adrian, you go.
No, I was going to say, like, once you turn it down, thinking it's not the right thing to do, then they name somebody else anyway. I think then you start regretting it, don't you? If that happened to you.
I mean, you regret it the second he walked out, wouldn't you?
Yeah. As soon as you saw it, oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
What? I know we're skipping ahead, guys, and this is going to be the newest segment. But I'm gonna tell you what I think happens.
I mean, you want to do it now?
I'm going to do it now.
And
I
we'll
can't
do it
hold
again
it in
later.
anymore. I saw it happen, and I thought I need to tell you, and I haven't told anybody else. So I kept it a secret, so it's going to come out now.
Mm-hmm. Go on.
I think this Captain America will be a bad guy.
Wow.
What would you reckon he's going to do as a bad guy?
Some evil stuff.
Some evil. That does put two and two together. That does sound like something
really
a bad guy would do.
I don't want to get too specific because I was at the table reads, so I know exactly what's happening. But
so you don't want to spoil it for everyone.
Exactly, but I'll give you little tidbits here and there.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
No?
I mean, we can throw some back to you if you want to know more. But
oh no, don't. It was good. I think it was good. That was the other thing that was good about it. Not knowing anything, not seeing any hype, or with the films it was much different because even though I wasn't watching them, you still knew they were on the cinemas non-stop from the advertising that was going on. But that was kind of good about this. It's more low key.
Low key? No, that's the next series.
That's his brother. Thor's brother. Okay.
Yeah. No, but coming out of WandaVision, I was telling this to Max coming out of WandaVision, that it was very confusing at the beginning and didn't give you any information. And they were like 25 minutes episode, and you're just like, oh, come on. I felt this one gave us a lot of information for, to be the first episode, which is good. So we know who the villains are. We know who those flag smashers.
The flagsmen, the flag snatchers.
Flagsmen.
They just run around stealing flags.
Fucking flag snatchers.
Also the guy that kicks Torres' face, he's clearly superhuman. So there might be some super soldier serum stuff going on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think his setup was good, and we know what's going on. We're not too confused.
Yeah, I am looking forward to seeing how them coming together, how they end up coming together. Obviously, because they've both got different things there. Obviously,
you know who brings them together? I think Agent
Sharon.
13.
Yeah, Sharon.
Yeah. Sharon Carter.
Do you remember the
Agent Carter's niece?
I know Agent Carter. I don't know her niece. Okay.
The one who was across the hall from Captain America, spying on him for a while.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, because she's meant to be in the series.
I see. Okay, cool.
That sounds likely that she brings them together. But yeah. She's probably the one who comes and said. I'm sorry. I feel like I'm just seeing what might happen. But I'm thinking, obviously, Bucky's gonna be looking for Helmet Zemo at the time, and I reckon that's when he comes into contact with her somehow, like because she's probably got intel. So
yeah.
So the bad guys are flag snatchers, and you think one of them is superhuman.
Yeah. Also, because when they're talking about it, Torres was like, do you think this guy might be? And then Falcon just stops him. So it's clearly superhuman.
That's right.
I mean, but is that? I mean, we assume. I mean, is he the strong guy is never usually the guy in charge. So that could. I mean, for instance, Helmut Zemo could be because of that. We don't know yet. Or I don't think he would, but you never know.
It's probably Captain America.
Yeah. Or there was that the woman who was handing out all the masks. I mean, she must have some kind of she must have got the mask made or something. You know?
So he was using this app. This guy, I forgot his name already. What was his name again?
Joaquin.
Torres.
Joaquin. So Joaquin was using this app for people who want to be a part of this Flag Snatchers, who think the world was better with the Blip. Is that correct? Yeah, and so they get together to meet up in Switzerland. So somehow he goes to Switzerland, and then there's a robbery where they steal all this money. Okay. Just clarifying that for my own self.
Yeah, so I think there'll be one of the big plot points of the series would be the fact that they're still creating super soldiers. They're still... And I think that would lead to also stuff with the X-Men because...
The X-Men?
Yeah, because Wolverine, he's part of the Super Soldier program, so it's all connected.
I don't think we'll see Wolverine, I should say, in this, but
no,
that'd be massive if he turned up. But I mean,
I did see Hugh Jackman actually on the lot while I was there. So,
did you? Were you going up an escalator and you saw him like
at the Westfields? Was it Westfield?
So
still haven't heard from Westfield actually.
I also don't know. Also, the new Captain America, he might be like super soldiery. I don't know if they just using it as an image or
it's gonna be like so he is in like the comics as well. He's meant to be like he is like you say a bad guy.
Oh my god!
At first, and then and he doesn't start with powers. Apparently, he gets them. He might get them from the
money that the
Flag Smashers, for instance. And then obviously Helmut Zemo is going to come into it somewhere. But I'm thinking the Flag Smashers, they've got like a leader who's funding them from somewhere, and that's the bigger villain, I think. And that's how it comes together. But I'm literally have no idea at the moment. It's after One Division, I literally cannot guess. I can try, but
can I say something that I missed in both this and One Division?
Go on.
Stan Lee.
Oh, okay, yeah. I know some people might not like it and think they should stop, but I think there should be like someone new, like Deadpool, just popping up every episode or every film, because he breaks the third wall, and I feel like it would work in like a MCU like series or thing, not series, but yeah.
Okay, I've just worked out something, guys.
Oh, here we go.
I actually watched the first season of... Oh my god, no, I forgot the name of it. The Punisher.
Oh, really? Oh, it's a good series.
I did, and I liked it because it wasn't anything to do with superhero stuff. But I've just realised that's Marvel, right?
Yeah, he actually has links to the new Captain America. When he's a bad guy, however, he has links to the Punisher as well. So whether they'll
there you go.
Do anything with that, I doubt it, but we'll see.
Yeah, I was trying to just work out where like the last series I sort of watched that was like this whilst we were talking, and I've just realised it was The Punisher, and I thought Punisher is Marvel. Anyway, brilliant, guys.
Now it's time for...
So this is a brand new segment for you guys, where Adrian is going to tell us his... he was a co-writer of all of the MCU, he's going to give us an insight on what's going to come next.
What will transpire, guys. I can see it in front of me because I'm looking at the scripts. Now, Tony Stark is mentioned already in this episode. He will be mentioned, and maybe somebody will come dressed as Tony Stark. Maybe it's Tony Stark or somebody else, I don't know, at this stage. It just
alongside the new Captain America, just looks slightly different.
No, I think he'll provide guidance to the guys that we see there, the Falcon and Winter Soldier, and along the way, somebody, and I'm not going to let you know which one, gets a phone call from Groot.
Okay.
But that's for future episodes, guys. And like I said, if you're listening now and you don't want to hear spoilers, well, guess what? You tuned into the wrong podcast, guys. I'm the flipping co-writer. So anyway, just those two things for this week. And I'll save the rest, as I already had guessed that the new Captain America was a bad guy. I don't want to let on too much. So that's it. That's it.
Okay. Nice. Hey, well done.
No worries. Kept it short.
Cool. So that's the first episode of The Falcon and Winter Soldier. Next week, we'll have 2 episodes coming out. So we have on Monday the recap of the MCU, where we talk about the movies and our journey and the scores and whatnot. Mm-hmm. And then on Tuesday, the second episode of The Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Brilliant.
We really do spoil you guys. We really do.
So thank you for listening. Please share the episode to with your friends if they like the MCU, if they like the new Falcon and Winter Soldier. Share it with them. You can find more episodes of the podcast on our website. That's themakemewatchit.com, and also on all the streaming platforms. And you can find our social media links on the show notes. Thank you again, and see you next week.
See you guys.
Goodbye.